Hey, what's up, guys? We're Neck Deep, and we are on the spot. Ooh,
I'd say Ned.
I'd say maybe Ned. Yeah, Ned the head.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah. The guy who drew the artwork, Peter O'Toole or Slugger O'Toole, that was the artwork that he kind of gave to us, and that head just became iconic, and we attached a name to him, and he just became the mascot, kind of. So, yeah, no crazy story behind it.
Long neck.
Yeah.
Someone got that confused in an Uber the other day. They were like, "Oh, long neck, I'll check you out." And I'm like, "It's definitely not the name at all."
Gonna be searching for a few hours.
Yeah.
Maybe Champagne Supernova by Oasis, but I feel like any British band
Yeah.
covering Oasis is basically belongs in a pub, really, doesn't it? So maybe not that, but I'd love to do that. Maybe like Scar Tissue by Chili Peppers would be sick.
Cool.
Probably because it's the only Chili song that doesn't require a fucking insane amount of slap bass, but there you go.
Probably In Bloom.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
In
In
Bloom as
Bloom,
well.
yeah.
Currently, anyway.
Mm-hmm. I think that song has kind of defined where we're at the minute, and I think we'll continue to, and I think just defined our sound generally, and the modern era of Neck Deep was kind of defined by that song. I'd like to hear Champs cover it, just because I think Derek on a Neck Deep song would make it more enjoyable to listen to.
Mate, he could absolutely smash the high notes, couldn't he?
Yeah,
So
I don't know, or
dead
maybe
eye.
like I don't know. Let's say Gold Steps just for safety. Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yeah, I was
Let's have them
thinking
cover
that.
a song.
Yeah, we'll get Slipknot to cover Don't Wait,
Wow. That'd be
but make it
interesting.
even heavier. I think usually as the record is kind of being done, but we generally kind of. Well, this time around when Ryan Besh did the artwork, we kind of gave him some rough guidelines and some rough themes and ideas, and he kind of built on that. But Ricardo Cavoyo, who did Life's Not Out to Get You, we basically told him, like, literally gave him the title of the album. He came back with one thing, and we were like, that's maybe a little bit too nautical. Maybe you make it something else, and he kind of changed it to this fantasy world. And literally just nailed it. So yeah, it usually comes like a little bit into the writing process, but generally we kind of let the artist have a free reign with it, really.
He's done like 100 movies to see before he died.
100
bands
albums
to listen to before he would die.
He
Like
did
all his
like
books.
Denim with Levi's. He did a thing in like
Zara.
H&M or Zara, was it?
Stuff with Bolly as well. Like
He
that
paints like
brand.
murals all over the wall, over the world as well, like all over the side of like huge apartment buildings. Like we were walking around London near Wembley Stadium, like we parked the bus there, and like round the corner there's just like this massive mural that he's done and stuff.
Patronada's record as well.
Yeah.
Long and short of it is now, if we asked him to do it, he'd probably say no because he couldn't afford it.
Ooh. I would maybe say electronic. I'd like to explore that world a little bit more. Not necessarily like EDM. Like, let's just put that in the bin right now. But yeah, some kind of maybe like more down tempo, kind of trip hoppy. Lo-fi hip hop, I guess, would be cool.
I don't really know.
Yes.
That or something just really heavy.
Yeah, something daft, like a thrash album.
Something techy, something like Meshuggah or something would be good.
I'm just
Yeah,
talking
okay,
about.
Wes just wants riffs and a shitload of Two Dogs.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. If there was a movie about that.
I did that thing. Did you ever do that thing when your phone where it matched you to celebrity, like who you look like the most?
Yeah.
And I got Adrian Brody, so I'm just going to say him because
Really?
I don't think we look similar at all, really.
I don't know.
In the real world, I would probably be played by like John C. Reilly or something, but in my head, I'd like to be played by Leonardo DiCaprio, but that's not going to happen, is it, really? Two different things.
I think Owen Wilson, just because of
I think Owen
Zoolander.
Wilson would be
Maybe.
sick for you.
I think, yeah.
I could see Owen Wilson for you. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Ooh.
What's a deep cut?
Like an underrated, like,
Oh, okay.
like for us it might be like, I don't know, Beaches for Lovers or something like that.
Oh,
like
got
a
you.
lesson. I don't know, like I don't really know their discography that heavily.
Violence, is that?
What was that on? Or are you
Um,
making up a song?
no, it was on either a late song or one before.
Yeah?
It's a hit, yeah.
I don't remember it.
It's a really sick
Yeah.
riff.
I'd say Pots Bomb Panhandle. That was the first song I heard.
Oh
That was
yeah,
that
actually
sick.
probably
sick.
yeah.
And the video for it is sick as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they still play it. It's not even that really a deep cut.
No,
it's
I
an
was gonna
absolute
say,
banger.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Here we go.
I've never even thought about this because I'm not even like cut out to wrestle. Don't think, I'm too small.
Yours would be the tornado. I told you this the other day.
They said hurricane at first.
Hurricane, that's
He's
it.
already a wrestler.
Hurricane
All right, well,
West.
tornado
He's
then.
not good.
Tornado.
Yeah.
That would be you, because
Yeah.
you just spin for days.
That
So
can finish it, airplane spin.
yeah.
Or that one Cesaro does, where he picks him up and swings him round. That'd be me finish it.
I don't watch enough of it to know names to.
You just got to make a name up.
Yeah.
What would your character be? It can literally be anything. It doesn't even have to make sense.
I'd be called Blockhead.
Blockhead.
Because I've got a massive head, so that would just be my thing. I'm just like some
Headbutt is your
ignorant
finisher.
headbutt is my finisher, and just like ignorant blockhead, just like walking around with a cut off,
I ain't giving you a name.
like a rat
No,
tail.
what's wrestling? I don't know.
don't know.
Screwdriver.
I'm sure, isn't that a wrestler?
No, there's a wrestler from Ellesmere Port near us. This is probably the biggest shout out I'll ever get, called Drill.
Really?
It's just name's Drill.
I'd be called
Alright,
Screwdriver.
I'll take the hammer then.
Drill, hammer and screwdriver.
Yeah.
The Toolbox Boys.
There you go, boom. I am pissing in the wind here, but a guy called Bonobo. He's like one of my favorite artists of all time. Like it's quite chill electronic stuff. Yeah, I just like to see what he could bring to it because he's like multi-instrumentalist, sample free on everything, like plays everything that you hear on the record, and I think like just having that experience and like that like angle on our music would be sick.
I don't know, a few. John Mayer, be sick. Hayley Williams, Post Malone.
Juice WRLD.
I don't know.
Creed.
Creed, yeah, Scott Stapp, just because he's hilarious.
Carried in Cambria.
What a funny man he is.
I don't know. I think people just tend to think that they know us really well. Or people just assume a lot of things about us generally, I think.
Or that we're more serious than we actually are.
Yeah, people just take us way, way, way too seriously. And then from that comes all this crazy, like, I don't know, just these crazy judgments that people make on us. And yeah, we're really not that serious. We really don't take anything that seriously. And yeah, if you're making a joke or trying to rinse us, we're probably just laughing right with you, really.
Yeah.
So
Probably just put on a t-shirt.
yeah, we'll probably put on a fucking t-shirt,
Time.
honestly. Yeah. So I think the biggest misconception is that people think we care about all the bullshit that people have to say.
No one gives. No one's
Literally couldn't give a fuck. Yeah. But my dad owns a record label, was one of them. Put that in a record.
On a shirt as well.
Yeah, just put fuck neck deep on a shirt one time. That was sick.
Which is great, because now whenever someone is serious about it online saying fuck neck deep, they just look like a fan.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, fuck neck deep. It's like, well, do you like us or not?
It's hard to tell now.
Because, you know, the second you start taking every little bit of fucking nonsense that people talk on the internet seriously, that's the second you're just going to dig yourself a giant hole. Like, you're just going to end up being stuck in there and just dwelling on what fucking Dean 40 from Macclesfield has to say. Like, it doesn't fucking matter in any way, shape or form. One person's opinion on the internet can seem like such a blown out thing that like really matters at the end of the day. It's like, who fucking cares? Like, I've got an opinion, you've got an opinion, we've all got opinions, and they don't necessarily count for that much, really, in the grand scheme of things. My opinion is no more valid than anyone else's, so I don't know. Again, it loops back round to we don't give a fuck at all.